Check, check, check. Yeah, I was tapping the... There it goes. Thanks, Brutus. Thank you for the follow, for the sub on YouTube, y'all. What's up, Brutus? Brutesian Gaius. It should, I think it's on the good mic now. Whoa! Oh, that's weird. It didn't do the transition. Odd. Damn, it's bright as shit. Hair's a little floofy because I was out in the woods grabbing a bunch of shit. But yeah, we're here. We're doing this. Let's see. So, today, we have this jar. And we're going to be turning it into a terrarium. However, in the typical reptile, bug, animal keeping world, you're advised never to use outside material when building your enclosures because you can introduce all sorts of different bacterias, parasites, mites, things of that nature. So we're gonna disregard all of that. We're gonna disregard all of those guidelines and make an enclosure completely out of things from outside that I have grabbed, including a bunch of sludge, including a bunch of leaf litter, a rock, a branch, and some moss. So we'll see what we get out of it, and we'll see how things change over time. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. We're also going to be layering this up as a proper terrarium. We'll be putting Mopani balls at the bottom, some charcoal above that, some terrarium mix above that, and then everything else on top of that. So, we shall get that going here. Hope everybody's week has been going well. Let me turn little Subimon on. Ugh. Yeah, everything you see today has been sourced from the yard. Nothing's been taken from national parks or anything like that, or protected areas or anything, so. And I highly advise anyone not to do that. As in, I highly advise people not to take things from protected areas. Okay. My polydarium water had had odd nutrient spike for some reason, and my little pleco died. Oh no! But his body was given to the isopods and springtails as sacrifice. Is that why they're like bussing right now? I found another of the blue seashore springtails. So I think all is not lost in the marine isopod setup. Sorry, marine springtail setup. So I see an adult and I see a tiny one, which usually means there's others hiding elsewhere. I put a little bit of like yeast in there and then a little bit of fish food in there to see if that helps anything out. Three days ago they have him almost to bones now. Jesus. Hell yeah. Okay, we're gonna swap to the desk cam here for all of this. Oop. This is our jar. I feel like I'm back in my old job again. Check, check. Cool. So, where's the balls? Where are my balls, dude? Here we go. We're gonna use these little Mopani balls. These are good for adding drainage to your terrarium so that the soil and stuff doesn't stay too like moppy or like moist, soggy, and gets like gross. So we're just gonna put like probably about an inch layer in here. I'm gonna use a cup though. Perfect. Because if I just go ahead and like dump it, I could end up cracking the bottom of this. Probably won't, but just to be safe. Let me put chat on this screen actually. Move you guys over here. Cool, much better. Alright, so we're gonna move this for a second. And then we're gonna get this cup. Ooh. There we go. These are smaller than the typical Mopani balls I use. Hydro balls. Alright, and then we're gonna do this on the side. Kinda like you're pouring a beer and you're trying to keep the head off of it. That's a little loud, huh? Let's see. Check. I'm just gonna lower it. Oh, it sounds okay? Okay. See. All right, so now we have that little buffer. We can just kind of add it. That's good. That's fine. Okay. Also, I should have a rag around here. Yes. So I'm just gonna like be wiping this every so often just to get the excess stuff off of here. Like that. Okay. So you may have the want to or the fuck not reflex. You may think that like this is good, right? Like now you can just put on the other layer. Wrong as fuck. You want to put this stuff. You want to put like a mesh or something in between your soil and your Mopani or your drainage layer, just so it keeps it kind of clean, right? It keeps it as a drainage layer. Once more stuff starts to like form and like get in between the cracks, it kind of defeats the purpose of having it. So this is basically like mosquito netting for like patios and shit. So I just bought it online and I just cut it as I need it. Blueberries. What's up, freshie? Super important. Gotta keep the substrate separate or else it will log and rot. Yes, sir. So I usually do like, I usually fold this twice and then cut it. Just gotta be a circle. So we can just do this, right? Just put it over. Oops. Can kind of cheat a little bit. Let's hope these actually work. Might actually be better off with these tiny ones. Might be better off with these little guys. Oh, oh shit. What's up, Freshie? How you doing, Freshie? So keep that like that. Shit. Like that, right? Okay. So I'm just gonna cut around this, kind of like your mom does to you when you're a kid, giving you a little fishbowl cut, right? And that way we know we'll have enough to completely cover the bottom without a question. You just keep your hand there, swap hands if you need to. But used to do this kind of stuff for a living, not every day, but I used to work at a a reptile shop, and I'd have to make like terrariums and things for people. What, is this not a left-handed scissor or something? It doesn't work in my left hand? Hold on. Do-dum-dum, do-dum-dum, dum, da-da-da-da-da-dum. What the fuck? Why does it only cut in my right hand? Weird. Just keep it stretched out and make sure it's still giving us the space we need. I think I can eye this next part out. I'll just give it a little more, if anything. It's always better to cut too much so you can just trim it afterwards. Would it not be easier to dump that stuff out and just flip the container upside down to cut it? Oh, probably. Fuck logic, dude. Yeah, that would have been... Oh, wait, hold up. We had a lid here. The lid.
Put it on the lid. No, the lid. The lid. The lid.
Yeah, the lid would have worked a lot better for this, but we move on, and we get better. We evolve. Thank you for the subscription on YouTube. Where are these? Oh, let me. Why did OBS move back over there? That's weird. Okay, I think that's gonna be fine. Let me start getting the charcoal out. The charcoal layer is gonna help purify the water that's going down, so that you don't end up with a bunch of like gross stuff at the bottom of the tank, and it doesn't start molding and getting gross. These are big ass chunks. What kind of charcoal am I using? Just says just says charcoal. Crushed. I got it from an orchid store. Looks like this. Perfect. but not the I don't think it's barbecue kind. I think this is like, these look like logs. Just the judging by the shape of these look like they were previously logs, and then just like stepped on or something. I'm not sure if the orchid shop made these themselves or not, or what, but yeah, definitely like old wood that was broken up. Yeah, that's actually the small chunk, dude. Some fucking beasts in there. Oh, by the way, we just hit fucking 300 follows on Twitch. So thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. Anybody that's come through, shown the channel love, lurked, chatted, all the above. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. At 400 follows, we're gonna be doing a tardigrade tattoo. I'm gonna be going to the tattoo shop and getting the tattoo live on stream. And then 500 we'll be doing a hypotrich. 600 we'll do a what's these guys called? Polychaete? Yeah, polychaete worm. So now I'm just trying to tidy up the netting a little bit. I kind of like almost making it like a bag that's like holding the charcoal. So like when I put the soil in, it'll kind of like press that down there. I'm gonna put a little bit more. Just a tad more. But to celebrate the 300, good old Sparta, I'm gonna be trying to do, okay, this is also like a sort of like mini announcement as well. There's gonna be 2 WWF events going on from basically March 22nd through the first one's March 22nd to April 30th. The second one is April 30th into June. But the one in June is actually pretty sick because we're gonna be getting a game code for these for a pretty dope I think it's made by Valve to be playing that. More info as that comes along, but what I want to do, I figured it'd be cool I figured it'd be cool to do some like interviews and stuff during the Everglades streams. So I'm gonna try to have a couple people during that week, or those couple months, come out with me to the Everglades, and we're gonna do some interviews on like their work in the Everglades, what they do for wildlife, what the Everglades means to them, and things like that. So I'm gonna start trying to figure those out. Damn, that one's fucking thick. Shit. Thing's almost like obsidian, dude. But yeah, it should be cool, and it should kind of go hand in hand with the WWF streams. Oh, sweet. Okay, so now that we've got that, very nice. We're just gonna put our soil in. I guess we could put another like layer so it doesn't really mix in too much with the charcoal, but just a small layer, nothing crazy. We're gonna do this the easier way this time around. Do this the easy way. And just cut around the lid. Wow. Holy shit. It's way better. Who knew using your brain cells would actually, like, help you do shit? Just there, almost there. Okay. Yo, what's up, Emmy? How you doing? Looks like we need to wash our hands already. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm covered in charcoal. Wouldn't be a terrarium stream if you didn't get dirt under your nails, though. Just gonna cover that. Okay. Why start now? Where'd I put that dirt? I just had it. Here it is. Alright, I'm gonna put it in a cup and then do that. Where's my cup? Where'd I put that thing? Oh, here it is. So this is Repti soil. A special blend of peat moss, soil, sand, and carbon. So it even has carbon already in it too. Just a little extra in there. Peat moss is so goddamn dusty, dude. 100% that's what's causing the majority of that dust. So like I said, we're gonna kind of go little by little here. Make sure it's like putting down these little flaps so there's nothing sticking out. And that's all we need. You got the expensive stuff? Why not the cheap shit? So the purpose of this little like experiment here is to kind of show what grows in a terrarium, in like a perfectly set up terrarium, if you're using outdoor resources. So if you're putting in rocks, sticks, leaf litter, muck and shit from outside. Clever, very clever. So we're gonna set this up and then we're gonna basically let it steep. Okay. And now, so I've got this bag of shit, dude, that I'm gonna be putting into here. I can actually probably remove some of this, or maybe like move it to the side a little bit. I'm gonna take some of it out actually. Where'd I put the cup again? That damn cup. Okay. Yeah, just to give myself a little more space. Cool, cool. Oops. What is your hypotenuse about the timeline before seeing any results? I give it like a week, honestly. There's so much stuff in like leaf litter and shit. I give it a day before I start seeing little things in here on practically. So I've got, oh shit, oh it was just the bag. Got this little stick here. I've actually got a fern from a fallen log. Some moss from the same log. There should be a rock in here too. No intentional bugs whatsoever. I didn't see any bugs when grabbing all this stuff. No intentional life. However, I know for a fact that there's going to be microorganisms in this, like 100%. But I didn't see any, like, anything bigger. Nothing of decent size. Okay. So, since rocks are heavy, right? We're going to put the rock in first. That's going to be our centerpiece. Just going to dig it in a little bit. Actually, we can actually have it kick to the side a little. We should get a light because I can't see anything. Oh, you guys can't see anything. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna turn this camera off here and then bring the light over. There we go, that's better. We'll see how much of this stuff fits in here anyways. Like, this thing is huge compared to all this stuff. This is pretty big too. So I can actually break this. Just gonna have that there. And then can almost set this up like that. Might even just keep it like this though. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna put the slop in here first, because if I put it in after, everything's just gonna get gross. Thank you. Oh shit, I forgot I had this one. This one has mushrooms on it. Alright, I'm just gonna try to grab like a handful of this stuff and just dump it. Get some of this out of there. Get out the Swiss Army knife saw. We don't want to start doing things right yet. Gotta stick to the plan, man. It's too large. Just trying to get some of this smaller stuff in here. Take these out. That should be enough leaf litter. And then I can take this water and then just dump it in. Just like that. We're gonna look at the water under the microscope in a minute too. Stuff from inside the bag. Or you could use a hammer and chisel to cut it down. Oh shit. Oh, the rock. My method earlier was just throw it on shit. Yeah, literally, dude. No, the stick with the mushrooms on it. Oh, got you. No, it's snappable. It's snappable. Yeah. Put that in there, and then I'm gonna keep... I'm not gonna use those. I'm gonna use this one, though. The fucking lichen covered one. But I'm gonna have it sticking out of the ground, I think. And I can move some of this aside and then get this rock back in here. And then what I'll do is I can actually just put the moss can break off part of this one. Yeah, I think I should break this one down. And then let's see how this fits better. There we go. Made another thing on Excel. Sick. What's this one about? Hold on. Music has stopped. I'm just gonna trying to fit this in here around the ferns. So with moss, you always want to have it like on top of something. You don't want to just put it like right on the ground. You want to leave it, you want to get it like on a piece of bark or something so it can like root into it. And that way it'll also like pull in moisture a lot easier. Got this. We can see how this does just straight up on the rock. Or it could probably also be on this branch here. Just set that up like that. And I want to press down this leaf here. I'm gonna get everything flattened out. This leaf is so stubborn. I'm about to just take it out. Okay. There's actually 2 species of moss in here. This is the one, this one that's like a little more feathery, likes to grow like on the rocks. So I'm gonna just kind of press it down there a little bit. And that's really it, dude. That's pretty much it. Now we just let it do its own thing. And we seal it up. Fuck yeah, dude. Fastest terrarium builder on this side of the swamp. Okay, now, so we know we don't see anything alive, right? I mean, there's plants, but there's no bugs, no animals that we see whatsoever. I didn't see any slugs, I didn't see any snails, I didn't see any millipedes, none of that. However, there are things beyond the limits of our eyes that are most definitely in here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start the microscope up and we're gonna sample some of the water from the bag. But let me actually just I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break real quick, and we'll start that up real quick. Cause God, I gotta piss. There we go. Okay, we're back to it. Actually, let me just show you guys the jar here. There it is. Oh no, he's showing us his jar. Okay. So, you've got drainage layer with the Mopani balls or hydro balls. Your filtration layer with the carbon. Your substrate layer here with the peat moss, sphagnum. What is it? Is sphagnum in there? Peat, soil, sand, carbon. Substrate layer with peat moss, soil, sand, and some carbon mixed in. And then our leaf litter that we got from a muck puddle. There we go. Where is it? A couple branches, nice rock, and some moss with some wild ferns on it. The ferns here are resurrection ferns, so what's actually kind of cool about these ferns is during the dry season they look like they're dead, but once it starts raining, they kind of liven up and turn completely green all over again. They're really cool. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, they're like all over the place over here. We have like a huge amount of fucking resurrection ferns here. Oops. I'm gonna put these here so I can just put them back outside. The ones I didn't use. Alright, so I'm gonna get my pipette. Because there's gonna be things in the water that we've added to this, because we dumped a bunch of water in here already. But we're gonna take a look. Let me fix this light. I think it's just bright as shit. Hold on. There we go. All right, we're gonna take a look at what's in the water, microorganism wise. So there should have been some more that just pulled up under here as we let the bag sit. Stick this in there. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, if there's anything in here, we'll be seeing it. I think I dropped the cover slip. Oh well, my feet will find it later. Oh shit. Let's wipe off this microscope slide. All right. Let's see what kind of organisms we've got. It's kind of actually getting like clogged up. I need to purge it. How are you gonna slurp up dirt and not get it back out? Oh, shit. Just splooged all over the side of the terrarium. Let's try this again. Trying to get some more particles in there. There we go. That's better. All right, microscope time. Oh, what's that? Is that something? I think it's just water kind of like flowing through right now. But it looks kind of like... maybe not. Maybe that's something sucking water in. Oh no, it's a vorticella, dude. I think that's a vorticella. Holy crap, the suction on that thing. Yeah, that's a vorticella. The way it keeps like jumping backwards. Got that suck 9000. Okay, so we know that there's more than likely vorticella in here. Ooh. Hold on. The orientation of the microscope is whack. Oh, I have tape now to fix this. Sweet, okay. That thing's sick looking. Just trying to position this in a way that keeps the image clear. Oh, there's a ton of stuff in here, dude. Whoa. Whoa. Is that a giant rotifer, dude? That dude's wide, bro. That's a pretty huge rotifer. Try not to make this thing start lagging again. And then there it goes. You notice the frame rate dips too? It's so weird. Just from the light. These microscope cameras are so funky. So yeah, on the microscopic scale of things, this terrarium is gonna be loaded. Is that a boy? Is that a little boy? I think that's a tardigrade, dude. Oh, sick it is. I believe the proper term is thick. Got a little tardigrade. Oh man, hell yeah. And what is that? Is that a little hypotrich? Yeah, it's a hypotrich and a tardigrade. You get the best of both worlds. Chill it out, take it slow. Watch the terrarium grow. I'll see myself out. Hell yeah, dude. So many cool things. Say click, take a pic. Unfortunately, I can't take pics now because my current camera does not, my current microscope does not work like that now. Trying to get the one that does do that fixed. Screenshot. Oh shit. Let's see. Like, wait till it gets in a nice little position. What was it? Alt print screen, I think. And then just throw it in paint. There we go. Saved. I forgot what the tardy command was. I think it's tardigrade? Exclamation tardigrade? Yes. Sweet, dude. Yeah, this is gonna be an awesome little setup, dude. Hell yeah. Oh, I see more stuff getting filtered through. It's another Vorticella. Dude, the suck, bro. The suck is serious. Need to do more terrariums. Well, Father of Bile just dropped off a jar from some peaches they were eating. Dude, this thing is a powerhouse. The suction. This thing's a Hoover. Holy shit, dude. Yo, what's up, Trick Tracks? How you doing, dude? We're looking at the water that kind of like pulled up underneath the massive muck and leaf litter that I collected in order to situate this little terrarium here. Yeah, dude, this thing is crazy looking. I wonder how much force they can generate and how that would scale if they were larger, right? Like, just look at, like, the current that it's creating. That's crazy looking, dude. I think this is a comfortable brightness here. One thing to mention, I'm not seeing mites. Oh, is there another one here? Yeah, there's more like behind that gunk back there. But I'm not seeing mites, right? I'm not seeing... Well, I'm sure we'll find a nematode. I'm sure it's just a matter of time. You can also see the density of the water and how different it behaves at this scale. Yeah, with like all these particles, you can really get a good idea of like how that current moves. Dude, there's so much stuff in here. It's like stargazing, bro. Let's move this way. Oh, look at this guy. Ah, he's too bright. His future's too bright. Quick, give him a college loan. Here, where is he? Nah. I'm so used to having to adjust the stage when changing magnifications from the other fucking microscope. Where did you get the dirt from? So there's a canopy over my car that the tarp collects rainwater and leaf litter and dirt, and I just scooped like 5 handfuls of it into the grocery bag, the plastic bag. And luckily it's been raining like all day, so everything in here's been like awake for at least 24 hours. It's been raining like all weekend almost. Yo, what's up, emo? Stopping by to say hi. On my way to bed. Gotcha, dude. Finally caught up. Got you. 10-4 emo. Hope you have a good night's rest. Looks like this water was brewing for a while. My samples look like that when plenty of food decayed in there. Yeah, this stuff has been going, I'd say, years. Easily. And that was kind of like the motive too, is to grab a sample or just a big clump of muck that's been sitting for a while, and just put it into a terrarium and see what comes out of it. See if we get any bugs whatsoever. Any larger organisms. Curious if there's anything like different in here too. This objective is, I believe it's like the standard, that's 10. 25. Oh no, that's 10. 4x, 10x, I think 40x and 100x, but I have the 40x off. I swapped the 40x for one of the longer lenses from my old microscope. But let's see. I have to kind of like, I gotta move the stage down a bunch in order to use it though, because it's such a fucking long ass lens. Let's see what we can get out of it. Yeah, a little annoying, especially because the cover slip is kind of elevated. But let's see. This one lens here gets close to like oil magnification. The thing is, I don't have a mechanical stage on this microscope. This is the one I used to use. So it's a little more hands-on, a little more janky. But I think the resolution from the lenses is like a lot better on this one. Yeah, I think we made contact there. Yeah, there's just like all these larger chunks here that are kind of getting in the way, elevating the cover slip. Here, let's try. Haven't tried the oil immersion lens in a while. I think I'd have to get 20 hours on Pokepia. My town still looks like Dookie. Don't worry, Pooch. In due time, you'll have it just as pretty as your Animal Crossing village. Alright, I moved some of the larger particles to the side here. Rome wasn't built in a day, precisely. Only works with the super thin slide. There we go. And it's just one drop, right? You don't have to like overdo it. I think I've made the mistake in the past of doing like 2 drops. You right, back to the grind. All right. Here's to hoping. What the hell? Doesn't even go up all the way. Oh, that's not the oil lens. Duh. There we go. That'll work. Just gotta go real slow with it. See, I'm like fully in. I'm fully zoomed in. Fully. Like I can't even turn the dials anymore. If I try to bring it back, I don't really see much changing. Guess we gotta give it a sec. Not completely give up, but we're not even a light change. Yeah. Might be the lens itself. Ah, well that was the meniscus breaking. Oh my fucking god. That changed, but I just don't see anything. Ah. At least he's working. Hold on. Properties, refresh. So weird that he doesn't just automatically refresh himself. Does it have it as refresh browser when scene becomes active? No, refresh cache of current page. I mean, just have that checked too, but weird. Try this one more time, see if there's anything we can spot here. It's too gray. Sorry for putting you on this detour. No worries, bro. No worries. It's a bit of a experiment. Yeah. Weird. Oh, maybe I need different hole. This would be the biggest difference here. Let's see if there's any luck with changing the light a little bit. Rolling her back. Yeah, nah, it's alright. It's alright. I'm gonna change cover slip so I don't put oil all over the other lenses. Grab this, put some new water on there, see what we get. But I'm gonna rinse this into here. That way we save our tardigrade. Get our little juice bag, our little Capri Sun. Our leaf litter Capri Sun, bro. There we go. Put a cover slip on there and check it out. This would be another good contender for the 24-hour microscopy stream. Like the what's it called? Like the all day every day stream, where we just leave it running. This water here. It's okay, we need to figure this out eventually, and it's not a regular scheduled stream, so not detouring at all. Exactly. We're here to fiddle and fuck around. Who is this guy? Who is your daddy and what does he do? What happens if I put this on the microscope, or like light it from a different angle? Why is this so difficult to remove? Okay, well, there goes that idea. There it goes. I liked it better from beneath. I liked it better underneath. All right, there we go. That's a good. Not this way, but this way, right? Yeah. Just solidify it, anchor it onto this little piece here. I remember last time when we would do these, the dark field part, or not dark field, like the kind of like fake dark field, wasn't laggy like this. Let me see if I can fix anything with this. Scope cam, properties, configure video. Alright, I took everything off of auto. Think that did it. There we go. Hey yo. It's a little blue now, but let's see what else we can see here. Ooh. Yo, what's up, Clip? How you doing? Blue is nice. It's very nice. Much better than what we were working with before, frame-wise. Is this another Vorticella? Yes. Okay, let's check them out. Check out that suction. Look at him go. Where's the stickers at? I think I might have put them away. Stoikers, where's my stoikers? There they are. Ugh. Sick. All right, doing great. Find anything cool? I think these guys have been like one of the really cool ones we found so far. So vorticellas are these little kind of like filter feeding organisms. We made a sticker, a 4-leaf clover variant of a vorticella. The light is beaming on this thing. There we go. Sick. So yeah, we do little sticker giveaways and stuff, and then those stickers are available to Twitch subs, the ones for the month, and then all the ones that have been previously released are available to anybody during our sticker giveaways. You haven't seen that one yet? Yeah, that one's for the St. Patty's Day. So Tuesday, March 17th, we're gonna be doing a full-on giveaway, right? For that sticker, as well as this. I was gonna put these on my shop, but I got them from Fourth Wall. So it's that same design, that same design, but on like a pint glass, cause beer, St. Patrick's Day, 4-leaf clovers, right? But what Fourth Wall does with these cups is they basically put like a sticker like on the glass and then seal it with like UV. And I want to find somewhere that does it like better before I actually sell these things to people. So I'm gonna give one away Tuesday as well. Just, you don't have to put any money down, you don't have to pay for shipping, none of that. You just gotta enter the raffle and you can win it. It'll be a new one, right? I won't have it's not gonna have my saliva on it. And yeah, we'll do that. Fourth Wall has a really cool feature where you can gift merchandise to other people in chat and shit. So so we'll probably do it through that. Is that so that thing is sucking up stuff? Yeah, this is all like little tiny particles inside of the water, and it's just absorbing all of it. Oh, look, and then it's also pooping. That like little tiny stream, I don't think you can see it. I wish I could like point to it with my cursor, but there's like another tiny stream coming out from behind it, and I think that's like the other stuff it's kind of like spitting out at the same time. So it's like pulling stuff out and then spitting old shit out the other side of it as well, like all at the same time. Actually, you know what? I had an idea about doing this earlier. I think when we find an organism, I want to look up a video about it, and then I want to kind of like learn something new about it. Try to find like a new video or a new article about like whatever we're looking at whenever we find them during these like chill streams. Like that idea? Hell yeah, dude. It's got some power. Like eating on the toilet. Exactly. He's got his own built-in porcelain throne. Cool. This looks good.
Today,
Do I have a window capture here? Yeah, I do. Let's make sure this is showing everything here. Cool. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move him a little out, a little more into frame so we can actually see him better. Or maybe like this. Trying to see the best little. There we go. That'd be cool, like a Pokédex. Oh hell yeah. That's a Hillstream Loach. Oh my gosh, Brutus with the fish, with the fish facts. Hell yeah. Should put it through a Professor Oak AI voice. Oh, that would be cool to or like the straight up like Pokédex voice. It'd be cool to like have like the channel commands. So we have some commands already for like counting organisms, but it would be cool to add in like a kind of Pokédex voice over it when those commands are used, like tardigrade. Wait, hold on. Vorticella, single-celled ciliate, sucker of the worlds. Wait, fuck. Eater of worlds. Okay, cool.
we will continue our discussion on the microscopic fauna of aquariums. These tiny
command for
creatures
every
are often hidden
species.
from the average
Fuck.
person's sight, but play an important role in the aquarium's biological system.
Oh, they might
Vorticella
show
campanula is a microscopic
that
single-celled
behavior that he
organism
just
that
did.
is as widely distributed in freshwater reservoirs as the previously described rotifer species, Philodema.
Rotifers. We love our deloids.
Vorticella campanula belongs.
Okay, so you see how these guys are like coiled up here? That's exactly what the one that we have on the slide did just now, where you'll see it kind of like retract and then expand a bit. When they retract, their little stalk coils up like perfectly, almost like a little coiled up spring.
To the genus of sessile infusoria called Vorticella, which is part of the family Vorticellidae, comprising more than 100 species.
There's all different shapes and
Although
sizes
Vorticella
too. They're really cool.
campanula is not a colonial animal, like Carchesium. It can often be found in groups consisting of several dozen individuals. Its appearance resembles that of a cocktail glass, with a cup-shaped body and a long stalk, used for attachment to the substrate. The front end of the cell is expanded like a funnel and surrounded by a row of cilia, which creates a water flow, bringing nutrients to Vorticella's mouth opening.
So cilia is basically the microscopic version of hair.
Also known as the peristome. Due to its sedentary lifestyle, Vorticella campanula does not need to expend energy on movement in search of food, as it waves its cilia and waits for food to flow directly into its mouth. On the other hand, the animal cannot escape or swim away.
We've seen larvas like this. It's most likely a larva of like a midge or a aquatic fly.
In case of danger, the animal can contract its stalk into a spiral with enormous speed, avoiding contact with predators.
See that little coil that it's doing there?
Although its
Just like
sedentary
retracts and
lifestyle
then
creates difficulties
uncoils
for
a
its
bit.
geographical distribution,
Oh, those look like they
Vorticella
have.
campanula reproduces through
Those look like they had like parasites on them or something, like little hitchhikers,
difficulties for its
like all up and down here. It's weird.
geographical distribution. Vorticella campanula reproduces through binary fission, where the daughter cell, that lacks a long stalk, separates from the mother cell and can swim in the water column for some time, until it settles on a suitable substrate and becomes sedentary itself. Vorticella can also reproduce through conjugation, a complex process involving the uneven division of nuclei, resulting in the birth of 7 non-identical daughter cells.
Oh, snap.
Vorticella is not dangerous to fish or shrimp, but it can attach to damaged areas of their bodies and cause skin irritation. Vorticella feeds on bacteria, single-celled algae, and suspended organic particles in the water.
See, what's all over the stalk on these? I don't think they're smaller Vorticella.
Water column, contributing to the creation of a favorable habitat for aquarium inhabitants. Thank you for watching. Did you like this video? Please leave a like and consider subscribing to our channel for more videos.
After this video, check what trick just posted in the Discord in the science channel. Fosner Burger, 1996. Uploaded Fosner Burger's Ciliate key on Discord for IDing stuff. Oh, sick, dude. Thank you. That is a read. Hell yeah, bro. Oh, shit. Thank you, man. Yeah, have some other keys you've linked here, like the rotifer one, the amoeba one. I think there was another one. Those are the two I remember that I saved. So hell yeah, man. Thank you very much. Let me pop those in that same area, and then I can like pin them. Copy? Would that work? Oh, and that's the whole fucking file too. Thanks, dude. And then the amoeba one. Pin it, pin it. Pin it, pin it. Scroll to Paratrichia, page 423. Not actually 400 pages. Fosner hosted all of his works on his website for free shortly before he died in 2020. Damn, dude. Fucking helping everybody out, bro. It's a little loud. Alright, let me see. Let me scroll down. .423. Oh, sick, dude. Ah. Damn, there's so many ID guides in here, like visual aids. Holy shit. Damn, dude. Just so, let me just show. So, Twitch stream can see. it doesn't want to show for some reason. Because it started it up in Edge, and Edge seems to be weird about getting picked up by OBS sometimes. Stalk with muscle, shape, flower, bouquet, or solo, and at least lets you get pretty close to the species. Damn. It's funny how they have like those like two like really like long cilias. Or actually, I guess they have less cilia than it seems on some of them. And they just spin those around. Just wave them around. Yeah, one of the misconceptions I had about some of these like microorganisms, like rotifers specifically, I used to think that those heads were like spinning, like actually spinning, but they're not. It's just the way the cilia are fluctuated. Kind of like when you do a wave at like a fucking stadium. Everyone's just like, everything moves sequentially, and then that movement in turn creates the current. Looks like he's done sucking. We'll move to another one. Trying to see if there's one that's closer to what we were looking at before. Kind of like that, where like everything's kind of darkened. Yeah, not actual spin. I guess I would require wheel bearings and whatnot. Yeah, that's why I was like so confused. I was like, how is something like organic fucking spinning like that? I was like, there's something I'm not there's some dots I'm not connecting with this. It's one of those things that makes sense if you don't think about it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious to see how well this stuff does. I'm sure it's gonna do like fucking amazingly. I might even trim some of these ferns. I'll just leave them, honestly. It'll create like a little canopy. And there's some nice there's some nice lichen in there too. Google flagella motor. That molecular size motor is insane. Oh, what the fuck? All right. Wish there was an easier way to display these without having to crop them every time. Oh my god, come on.
Ironically, nature has produced one of the most efficient motors in the world. Many types of bacteria are actually propelled by flagellum filaments, driven by a novel rotor.
Holy crap, dude.
Membrane rings make up the rotor. and ions interact between the stator and the rotor to generate torque. This converts electrochemical to mechanical energy with almost 100% efficiency.
What?
A slight change in the position of a protein can change the direction of rotation, but a protein can also be used as a mechanical clutch to disengage the motor from the rotor. The rotor can rotate up to 18,000 RPM, but with the filament attached, it only gets around 200 to 1,000 RPM. In translation, it can move roughly 60 cell lengths per second. Ultimately, understanding this natural machine could
Holy
lead to
crap, dude.
advances in biological technology. Ironically, nature has produced one of the
Damn.
most efficient motors in the world. Many types of bacteria are actually
I need to-
propelled by
I need to watch that
fluid
one more time.
to drive a novel rotary motor. Membrane rings make up the rotor, and ions interact between the stator and the rotor to generate torque. This converts electrochemical to mechanical energy with almost 100% efficiency. A slight change in the position of a protein can change the direction of rotation, but a protein can also be used as a mechanical clutch to disengage the motor from the rotor. The rotor can rotate up to 18,000 RPM, but with the filament attached, it only gets around 200 to 1,000 RPM. In translation, it can move roughly 60 cell lengths per second. Ultimately, understanding this natural machine could lead to advances in biological technology.
Jesus, dude.
Ironic.
That is insane. At some point, life spent millions of years inventing engines. Dude, the amount of, like, mutations it took for that to actually, like, function is probably insane. The bioships from Stargate. Let's see. Damn, those look sick. You seen the little biogates, the bioships on No Man's Sky? They did a pretty cool job on those as well. There's this game, it looks very like comic booky. I forget what it's called. Oh no, a tardigrade, but he doesn't look okay. Where is he? Oh no. I wonder how he died. The Wraith ships could heal themselves when fed biological material. Oh, sick. Whoa, what's going on here, dude? Oh. Chuck them in. Horizon Zero Dawn. Do they do that in that game too? Oh, look at like how this bubble is like acting as a lens here. That's pretty cool. We've got our own gravitational lens. It had to be on the cusp of the meniscus, huh? Let me add some more water in there. Spread things out a little bit. Dysentery. think I added a little too much water. It's a little globby now, a little jello-y. For worse or for better. So as you can see, I used water from the plants. It's got all these dudes in here. They love that plant water, dude. They just proliferated like crazy after I dropped those water droplets in there. Yes, blue Gatorade. Cool blue. Gatorade. See, I'm trying to find some like bigger organisms again, because now that we can actually see them, it'd be nice to see them. Oh, here we go. There's a little rotifer, I think, in there. The plants crave it. Yeah, I'm curious, like, how they, if they benefit the fly traps at all, or not benefit it. Because when I use the, when I use this, the little TDS meter, ooh, big rotifer moving through. So I use a TDS meter to see total dissolved solids inside of the water that I use, right? Because if you use anything above, I believe like 200, let me double check. I think it was like 200, 250 that you can't, like you really don't want to use. TDS limit for carnivorous plants. Okay, so while some species can tolerate up to 100 to 160 ppm temporarily, high concentrations will cause mineral buildup, leading to reduced growth and eventual death. So yeah, optimal 0 to 50 ppm, which is parts per million. Tolerable limit 50 to 100 with caution. Dangerous level above 100 to 150. And we're at 27. So right in the middle of the sweet spot. Where'd I put the case at? Oh, duh. Yellow Gatorade is the best. For me, like when I'm sick, yellow Gatorade all the way. Yellow Gatorade or like orange Gatorade for me. When I'm sick, it's like it hits so much, so hard, dude. Oh no. Also, bottom left rotating ciliate or whatever that even is. Rotifer? I think it's a rotifer. Nice. And get real close with them. Top right now, you moved it? Oh. Where'd the rotifer go? Is this him? Oh, Oh, hell yeah, dude. I love seeing the Massix go. A little jaw. Okay, I'll pull back out. And then top right. Pooch. Oh, is it that? Well, I see I think I see a rotifer up there. Is this about where it was, Trick Tracks? Nothing citrus is best. Gonna have to hard disagree with you. Glacial cherry. Glacial cherry. I don't think I've had glacial cherry. I've had like glacial freeze. Might be deeper in. Oh, I've got like a little ciliate up there too, like right next to him. I think that might be a type of hypotrich. Possibly, hard to tell. Yeah, dude. I'm gonna sample from that pool way more often. Especially for the chill microscopy streams. So I'm trying to do some more merch, some science-ish merch. Me and Brutus have talked about the idea of it. So I have these vials. We've dubbed them the vials of bile, right? So I want to get little samples like this and then have them purchasable for people that want to check out microorganisms. And I think that pool would be a good resource for feeding them, for feeding the culture. I just don't think realistically, I don't think I'd be able to put microscopes on the shop just yet. So it would have to be like someone would already have to have a microscope and then check them out from there. Eventually though, I'd like to get to a place where I could offer like a makeshift little beginner microscope or something along those lines. Or just do what everyone else does. Fucking buy Ant and Star and then slap my baronofbile name on it. Just kidding. I may be biased, but I love this idea so much. Hell yeah, dude. Does that dry out? It does. Florida has lots of... Wait, what is this? Why does this look like mobile almost? I think it's just stuff moving around, but it looks... It's like a little colony of shit. I think it's just moving. It almost looks like the stuff that comes out during like apoptosis when like things die. Oh, there's something in there. Something tiny. That guy. Oh, is he eating? He might be eating. But yeah, that little area does dry out over time. Right now we're about to start getting into the wet season, So it's going to be active for a while. However, I have carnivorous plants, right? And most of these have to stand in water 24/7. So I'm basically going to turn that water into kind of like a microorganism nursery. As long as the, like I said, as long as the ppms don't get too high, though. Because right now, like, okay, so this is this slide, right? This is from the bag of leaf litter that we got from that muck. And it's just leaf litter and, oh shit, dude. Yo! Hell yeah. Thanks for gifting that sub, Brutus. Good shit, brother. Muchos gracias. Muchos gracias. Where'd the lid for this go? So, no more ads for you, Trick Tracks. You also have access. you also have access to free sound alerts and free TDS. Now TDS is on my fucking brain. Access to free sound alerts and TTS through sound alerts, and you can win the stickers of bile for the month during our giveaways that are sub only. And you can enter the trinkets of bile giveaways once Subimon levels up in increments of 5. Oh, little Subby Wubbymon. Oh, and you can feed and cure Subimon. There is no fetch yet. No fetch yet. I do want to incorporate like a play or like poop. Play and poop. I want to incorporate something like that. I just gotta animate it, really. Have him like fetch an algae or something. Oh, I can have him like go off screen and then bring something back and have like a few things that he grabs. Throw a diatom and he fetches it. That'd be cool. The Brutesian blue. Hold on, I gotta do another bathroom break real quick. My bladder is bound to burst. I'm just gonna leave this here. Oh, you know what? I should just have. Hold on. I'm just gonna switch to this really quick, but I want to do this. Yeah. We back. Where'd my camera go? Shazam. Oh, also, obvious inspiration for the baronofbile sticker is obviously Goosebumps. Ooh. So yeah, heavily inspired by Goosebumps. I think my favorite Goosebumps story was oh, I actually have the fucking pop figure vinyl for it. Werewolf of Fever Swamp. Totally on brand. Okay, I'm gonna show you. Whoa, 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 whoa. Tardigrade. Hell yeah. Nice. So this has to be like, it's most likely the same species. He's got something on his back. Is that alive? I can't tell. Ooh, if I play with the light a little bit here. There we go. Nice. I feel like that thing is stuck to him, but if only I had another. Oh yeah, it is. It was on him. It was riding him. It was one of those other little teeny tiny tardigrades. I was more of Tales from the Crypt. Oh, Tales from the Crypt was also sick. I don't remember the episode, so I just remember the fucking the dude. The little Smeagol looking guy. And then Are You Afraid of the Dark was also sick. The one where the dude gets chainsawed in half. What the fuck? I don't even remember that one. Also Twilight Zone, the episode where they're like on a plane and there's like a monkey like beast shit like on the fucking wing of the plane. Used to scare the shit out of me when I was a kid. I was like, I'm not watching that episode. Okay, new sample. Man, I love this jar, dude. Also, W's to Pooch for saving me $10. Because I was going to buy a jar that was like $20. And then she was like, no, we're going to TJ Maxx because you can get it cheaper over there. And I was like, say less. Well, at first I was confused what she was saying because it's a whole story. We're not going to get into the details of that one. I love those old ones. My mom got me a box set of Alfred Hitchcock movies. Oh, sick, dude. Classic. Try being told to get on the plane. Okay. I let that one drop into the moss since there was a tardigrade on it. Okay. That one Goosebumps episode where the guy eats a tarantula. Which book was that? Eating worms for breakfast. Oh, I think this is one of the newer ones. Oh, but he's just eating worms. That's not a tarantula. It's probably another one. For me, the Goosebumps episode that like freaked me out was the haunted mask. Oh, this dude, this fucking YouTuber, Meat Canyon, owns the actual haunted mask from the Haunted Mask movie. Goosebumps movie episode thing. Fucking crazy. Yo, what's up, bro? Jesus, I forgot how loud that alert was. What's up, JB? What's up, Joni? How you guys doing? How was the playlist today? How's it out there where you're at? How's the weather? How's it going? Thank you for the raid. I am baronofbile. We're doing some microscopy here. We just built this, by the way, actually, on stream a minute ago. It's a little terrarium, just built from stuff from outdoors. We got our little drainage layer here on the bottom. You can already see the moss is hydrating from the water we put in earlier. There's a charcoal, coal, carbon layer here. This layer is basically drainage, right? So it's doing its job already and creating a little pool of water that's drained down from the other substrate layers. Then we have the carbon here to sort of filtrate and purify the water as it goes down. This is substrate here, which is a mixture of peat moss, soil, sand, and other little tiny pieces of carbon. And then we have our sludge. It's basically just a bunch of leaf litter that's been pulled up at the top of a tarp for like years on end that I just threw in there. And then we got some sticks, some branches with some moss and ferns and lichen on them, and a nice big rock that also has moss on it. And so we're sealing this up, and then we're gonna see if any little small organisms come out of it. This is kind of technically the second terrarium stream we've done. We're gonna keep it sealed. We just kind of set it up today, so yeah, we're gonna keep it sealed and see how everything does. But yeah, the other terrarium, quote unquote, that we set up was a marine springtail culture. I can kind of show that here with the other camera. But these little terrarium build streams have actually been pretty fun. Desk. This is the other one. So it's very simple. It's just kind of like sand from the bay. Some rocks, and there's actually some plant life here that is doing pretty well. It's basically like marine moss in a sense. But I do see one springtail already. Oh, actually two. I see two. So I'm already seeing like more of them. I put some food in there a little bit earlier, so they might be coming out because of that. But springtails are these super tiny organisms. As as you can see here, actually, these are some of the ferns that we have in the terrarium. These are called resurrection ferns. These are really, really cool because they dry out during the dry season, and they basically die. Like, they look brown, they're dried out, they're all crumbly and crusty, and then once the wet season comes through again, they rehydrate and plump out just like this. So literally yesterday, or like last week, these did not look like this. They look like they were dead. And now that we have a bunch of rain coming through, they've plumped out really nicely. But I didn't need to use these for this terrarium, so I'm going to put these back outside where I got them. But this is all just stuff from the yard. Nothing's been taken from any protected areas or parks or anything like that. I always advise highly from taking in, items from the environment. You always want to either try to source them ethically nearby, in your yard, in your own property, or through people who have bred these things or cultivated them in captivity. Okay, and now we're gonna get back into the microscope here. So earlier we were looking at here, I'll actually keep it on the desk so you can see when we're prepping the slide here. So we have our slide right here. Earlier we were actually looking at the water from the leaf litter that we collected to put into this terrarium, and it was filled with really cool little organisms. So now I'm going to look at the water that I have sitting here with my Venus flytraps. Barfield Bay? No. We're going to check this stuff out here. So we're in the works of trying to get some microscopic organism cultures going so that we can have them in our little merch shop. If you hit up baronofbile.com, I have stickers for sale there. I have art commissions, little pendants and things, lots of cool trinkets and doodads. So we're trying to add vials of bile to that site, which will be little tiny vials of microorganisms for people to look at under microscopes. Oh. All right, so our slide is prepped. And we'll switch back. Thanks again for the raid, man. If you have any links or anything you'd like to share, dump it in chat. All right, so yeah, this stuff is filled with all these little teeny tiny organisms. Oh my god, dude. What's funny though is that all those organisms came from this little jar here. This job I sampled from my job. This bar, holy shit, this jar I sampled from my job, from little areas around the property, and it was on my desk for like a month or something, and I'd just forgot about it, and then I ended up remembering that I have this sample, and I was like, let's check it out, and it was literally filled with these things, so many of them. And then I was like, okay, you know what? Let me just put some of them into the water here that I have for my fly traps and see how they do. And they just took off. They're just everywhere, dude. They are everywhere, bro. I'm thinking they might be like a euglena, but I'm not entirely sure. So let's zoom out a little more. So yeah, there's a couple in here. there's just a few of them. Not too many, I would say. All right, let's see. Let me get caught up here a little bit more. Hello, Joni. Current weather in Winnipeg. Negative 14.6 Celsius, 5 Fahrenheit. Damn, dude. Oh, humidity's pretty high for being that cold, I would think, right? I always expected the humidity to be like super, super low whenever it's like freezing out there. Good sunset? Nice, man. Yeah, your view that you have your camera set up at is like gorgeous, dude. That needs a microscopic fishing net, honestly, dude. Dude, it's so crazy how many of these things are in here. Like, Jesus Christ. So active, I know, right? Like, we were talking about doing a, oh, was there something big here a second ago? No. We were talking about trying to get a full-on, like, never-ending stream going with, microorganisms. And this right here would be, like, the perfect sample to, like, do that. It's just all, oh. We got a little crustacean in here, dude. Nice. A little, copepod. I had no idea these guys were in my plant water. Hell yeah. And if there's one, that means there's a ton of them. Because this water's been here for a while. Oh. What is this thing? That's not a rotifer. Is that a flatworm or something? He's kind of quick. Oh, shit. The people, if you dropped a drop of alcohol on the slide, would it wipe the cultures out? Yeah. Yeah, these guys would be toast. Even if you put like sugar in here, it'll overload them. Their bodies are so Diet Coke too. Is that from experience? Their bodies are so tiny, right? That like anything. Oh, whoa. What is that? Is that another one of these guys? This one's long. Yeah, I think it's another one of whatever that one is, but it's like thinner. What about some Dr. Pepper? So if you gave them Dr. Pepper, they'd all start trying to what's the word I'm looking for? Hold on a second. No. Not today, Verizon. Let's do Pokemon Lo-Fi. Oh shit. They would live forever. We will watch them evolve right before our eyes. It'll be kind of like that episode of South Park where I can't get too into detail, but there was like an episode where Cartman gets sea monkeys and he puts a certain substance into the sea monkey aquarium, and they all become like sentient and start like building cities and like bombing each other. That's exactly that's exactly what would happen if you put Dr. Pepper on this slide. But yeah, their bodies are so tiny and so permeable that something that we think really isn't that high of a concentration, like a couple grains of sugar, is going to be like super overwhelming to them. Yeah, dude, this water is going to be perfect. And then we could like swap samples and stuff too. I think I need like Vaseline or something though to like seal the cover slip. Is this Bernie's water? No, this is just straight up the water from the Venus flytraps. Just like the stuff that they're like sitting in. Oh, by the way, Brutus, if you want a tip on like how to make watering like a lot easier for that pitcher plant, unless you already did it, you're probably already 10 steps ahead of me. But hey, yo, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that, dude. Okay, so if you get like a small Tupperware, something like kind of like this, right? One of these little like plastic Tupperwares. It is like a soup container kind of thing, but it can even be like the smaller one. I think this size would fit that little pot, but you can pop the bottom off of that pot, and then just put the little pot into that cup, fill it up with water, and that way you'll be able to see as soon as that water like dries out. And then once the moss starts like getting less damp, because you don't want it to like dry out completely, like once it's like kind of semi-damp, then you just fill it back up with water a little bit and then let it soak it all up. That way you're also not getting water all over your desk, because I've had that happen too many times. Can we do the pig and the elephant experiment after? What is that? Pig and elephant experiment. Oh. Is that also in part to South Park? Oh yeah, when you made the pot-bellied elephants. Yes, we can do that. That's fine. Totally doable. I think if the caffeine concentration is just high, the ciliates move their cilia faster. Oh, it's just right. The ciliates move their cilia faster. Oh, damn, that'd actually be pretty cool. Huh. Still in the bag, acclimating. Good shit. Good stuff. South Park. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, we are caught up. What time is it? 10:30? Nice. We did well tonight. We've been pretty on it with timing. It's cool how they just like congregate to different areas. Like there's none here. There's one or two, but here they love this stuff. I think this is the algae that's growing in that tank. They tear it up. Yeah, they're definitely little algae eaters. Anything else cool? Not much. Just lots more of these small guys. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna look at one more sample from the rainwater again. Just use this pipette to clean this off. Swap it out. Desk. All right. So, in addition to microscopy, We also do micro paintings. This is one we're working on now. It's probably the smallest one we've done so far. This is gonna be an underwater scene of a plesiosaur in like a reef. But we'll be trying to work on that tomorrow. And then in addition to that, we have like a game night Tuesday night. We're playing Monster Hunter currently. I try to like do one game that we vote on in Discord and then play it through. And then we also do hiking streams too. Right now we've been kind of like doing them on like these boardwalks in the Everglades that are pretty cool. We're trying. Oh shit, we're trying to do one on Friday, but it didn't work out too well because I left the battery for my satellite dish. So I basically use a Starlink satellite on my back that I hike out with. But I need a battery to power it. I need my Jackery to power it. And I did not bring it with me. I had like left it at home. I had the satellite dish with me in the backpack, but just not the thing that mattered the most. Well, I guess it all kind of relies on each other, right? Because if I don't have the satellite dish, there's no reason to even have the battery in the first place. But yeah, I'm gonna try to like not take the battery out of it when I go to move it around and store it different places, because I brought it with me to Pooch's house, and since I had everything in my car, I was like, okay, let me take the battery out. And oh, I think there was something big here a second ago. Not too much. I had it with me, and I was like, okay, I don't want it to overheat in the car. I don't want the Jackery to like blow up in my car, so let me take it out and keep it inside until tomorrow when I go to the Everglades. So I did that, but then when I went to the Everglades, oh, one sec. When I went to the Everglades, I realized after parking in the parking lot for the Everglades that I didn't have the battery. And I was like, fuck, dude. Because I drove all that way and then just couldn't do anything. And I was like, okay, wait, I'll just stream from my phone for like whatever amount of time I can. And then I was like, wait, my phone's almost dead. I had like 15%. So I ended up trying it out. I streamed for like 10 minutes, maybe, not even, like 9.5 before my phone died. But it was fun. Saw a couple things. You still carried it all? No, I left it all in the car. But yeah, trying to see if it's gonna be Friday this week. I have to find out because I think we're going with my brother somewhere this weekend. So it might be Friday, or it might be before one of the streams this week for our Everglades stream. So these guys here are little rotifers. These are Deloid rotifers. They're also a little microorganism. They have ciliate heads. They're called coronas. It's like a crown, basically, that they have. Well, corona stands for crown, basically, because the ciliate heads that they have, they look like little crowns. But this guy's not filter feeding right now, so you can't really see them too well. But they use the ciliates on their head, the cilia on their head, to pull in food. Ooh, this guy is cool. Is that a colpoda? Might be a colpoda or a squinched up tardigrade. I think it is a colpoda. These guys are neat. Their shape is really cool. Do like me a good rotifer. So this water is from the leaf litter or muck gunk that I pulled to put into this terrarium here. There we go. Oh, this might even be... I think it's a colpoda, but it's kind of almost behaving like a vorticella. Or a water bear. That one is awesome. You really see them so 3D. Right? Like the little folds and stuff. I have some really cool videos of them from oh no, it's a colpoda. I have some cool videos of one from the old microscope. What exactly is the sucking mechanism? So it's the cilias, right? It's kind of the same as like that vorticella, where it's using these hairs to to kind of flutter and pull water in and create a current. Typically these usually have a what's called like a contractile vacuole. I'm not sure if colpodas have them, but there's usually another area of the body where it's pushing that water back out. Oh, here's a smaller one. Here, let's see. See if there's anything else around. Bigger than the colpoda you usually find, yeah. Wonder if this guy's just had... Oh my god, yeah, that dude's huge. Yeah, that guy's massive, dude. I'm trying to think of... So, I'm trying to think of a way to, like, visually explain it. So, think of like kind of like a line, like a, say you have like a bunch of like bristles, right? And you go through those bristles and you just like kind of, I don't know how to explain it. Or like on your toothbrush, when you like push the bristles down and you pull them back and they're like, right? They like flick back. Basically, those cilias are kind of like doing that all in a sequential order. They're all kind of flicking sequentially and creating like a wave. And then through that force, that's what pulls in the current. That's what creates the current. It creates like a convectual force. Here. If you put a bunch of the wavy car lot guys on an impeller. Got you. Wacky flailing inflatable tube man. Oh my god, dude. Is that a tardigrade? Dude, that dude's huge. JB, you said water bear. We got one for you. This guy's actually pretty freaking massive. JBC. Do you prefer JB, JBC, JBCP13? What's your preferred What's the preferred nomenclature? JC. JC. Like a scalp that moves water. Yeah. Precisely. This isn't even zoomed in, bro. This isn't even my final form. Thank you, Brutus. Could also be Bruceria. This guy's chunky. Ah. Bruceria looks pretty sick too. Yeah. Also in the Copidae family? Okay, cool. Yeah, I think you're right. Especially with that, like, kind of like mitten shape. Like baseball mitten shape. And the fact that it's like pulling in water so well. Nice, dude. Bruceria. Let me write that. Where's my lab coat? Oh, whatever. It's over there. Bruceria. Bruceria. Da da dum da dum da. Single cell is almost as big as a tardigrade. For real, dude. That dude was massive. Thing was huge. I think it was almost as big as that, what are those things? Nisulas? I haven't seen them in that vial recently. I think they died off somehow. But those were really cool when we had them still. This one's mouth is weird. Either that or it's just like oddly more transparent. It almost looks like the proboscis is like longer. Or he just has something on his face. I think it's just the could also be just be like the lighting. Oh, look at the one little like organism on his head. Yo, what's up, Fungi? Yeah, we got a water bear. He's getting a little haircut right now. He's getting his he's getting a little shampoo and conditioner by this little like ciliate on top of his head. So we just set up this we just set up this terrarium here too earlier. It's got tardigrades in it for sure. We sampled the water, this being part of that sample. But the goal for this terrarium is to see how many other little organisms and critters just kind of like spawn out of nowhere. Usually in like reptile keeping and terrarium keeping or animal keeping in general, it's very much advised not to include outdoor material in your setups, right? You don't want to introduce mites or parasites or bacteria, pathogens, things of that nature. So you have another little passerby. Oh, he's not really next to him. He's just chilling nearby. So yeah, it's usually very highly advised against. But someone in the community, Vena, suggested that we create a terrarium with sterile substrate. However, we're going to also add substrate from outdoors, like mucky mucky leaf litter substrate soil that's been sitting for like ages, and just put it in there and see what happens, and see just how loaded stuff is from outdoors if you like don't treat it, just to get an idea, right? So that's what we did. So we're gonna be kind of like looking at this. If there's new little bugs, we'll be showing them. I'll try to show them on stream, or it'll probably be easier to post them on Discord, because there's a lot of places for them to hide in here, and I doubt I'd be able to grab them to like put them under the microscope, and I kind of just want to let them do their thing. But I was curious, and yo, what's up, Thames? How's it going, bro? Yeah, we got a tardigrade on stream, dog. This dude's pretty thick. You can see from here. It's pretty thick, dude. Yes, it is. Oh, look, he's like balancing that little like particle like a seal. So, even though currently I didn't see any bugs or millipedes or anything when I was adding the branches and the ferns and the moss into here, I was curious because I was like, I know there's going to be microorganisms in this. So, Baron's tardigrade circus. So I was like, okay, let's just see like what is in here. So we've found tardigrades, we found hypotriches, we found Bursaria. We found Bursaria, which is a very similar species to similar. It's a type of Copoda. It's in the Copodae family. Maybe not a type of Copoda, but it's in the Copodae family. It's basically like a single-celled ciliate. Looks like a little bean. Well, Copodas look like little beans. The Bursaria, to me, kind of looks like a catcher's mitt. Catcher's mitt in baseball. It's kind of like folded over. See if we can find him again. Whoa. Oh, we've got a nematode. So, good point actually finding this. So, if you keep tarantulas can catch nematodes just the same way dogs and cats can catch like tapeworm and lungworm. Nematodes can actually infest spiders and invertebrates. So, this is a good reason why you want to sanitize and nuke or freeze substrate if you want to add it to enclosures, especially if it's a tarantula enclosure, because these guys will infest tarantulas. Could it be this species in particular? I'm not entirely sure, but nematode infections are very common in tarantulas, so it's just something you don't want to like risk. We got this little cool guy here. Looks like a little pancake. Oh my god. Tweaking out, dude. He like spun out. The little round dude is so cute. Yeah. There's a lot of really cool little organisms in here. They all have like their own little like personalities. Trying to see if we can find some rotifers. The rotifers are really cool. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's a rotifer. That is a type of rotifer. I don't think he has a cilia out though. See if we can catch him. Yeah, he's one of the ones that have like kind of like the hidden cilia. Oh, is this something here too? I think that's a colpoda. This one's a colpoda for sure. Yeah, it's got the little butt cheek divot. He's got the gamer, what is it? The gamer dent. Oh, rotifer's back. Oops. Boo. Gotta say, I think about this realm and the quantum one too. Much I don't study it, but I wonder it. Yeah, dude, it's crazy, like how things scale, right? Like, oh my god, dude, this guy's massive. This is a bigger rotifer. What's up, Dan? What's the difference between a rotiferax and a street deferax? What? So yeah, it's crazy how things scale, right? Because in the perception of like something that was like the size of, let's say there was an organism the size of Earth or a planet, them looking at us is basically the same shit that we're looking at right here. Like at the microscopic level, once you get like that zoomed out, human life on Earth is basically microscopic level. And what's really cool is like what is it? There's always like this size relation that like trips me out a little bit. Is like an atom in relation to the size of a human is the exact same, is basically the same relation to a human compared to the sun. Yeah, an atom compared to a human is the same relation or size. Fuck. Oh shit. The how do I word that shit, dude? The ratio of size from an atom to a human is the same from a human to the sun. There we go. Jesus Christ, dude. Isn't that how you spell rotifer? It's like this. Is like that. Which probably exists somewhere for real, dude. Think about that all the time. We're just a speck. Yeah, dude, it's insane. That's why, like, can't take life too seriously, dude. We're here for such a short amount of time. Whoa, what is this? Is this a rotifer? Thing looked pretty crazy for a second. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's that same weird one. Oh, he's taking the house with him. He's moving shop. But yeah, can't take the life too seriously. We're here for such a short time in the span of the universe of existence itself. Just gotta take this time to appreciate how fragile life is. Do things that make you happy. Surround yourself with people that are looking out for the best of you. And just share the love, dude. Just have a good time and help other people out. Help them find their way. I will try again. What is the difference between a rotifer and a streetifer? What is the difference? A drop of water in an endless sea. Beautiful. Beautifully said, Brutus. I was going to call you rotifer. Oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's chilling. This tardigrade here is lost in the sauce. We have another micro McConaughey lost in the interstellar microcosm. Not a microbiologist here. I don't know. It was a question. Oh. Oh. Oh, I think that's the Berseria. Oh my god, that thing's fast, bro. Dude, his speed. Oh no, this one's like flatter. I feel like that video I feel like this looks like that video of the UFO from the fucking the jet feed, where they're like locking into it over the sea. Damn, that guy's fast. Cue the Tokyo Drift music. Oh my god. Is this an organism? No, it can't be. There's no way that's actually an organism. I don't think that is. I think it's something else. I think it is. Maybe it's something that like died. It's got like bacteria around it. Very, very faintly. Damn, that would have been cool if it was moving or something. That's a little Copoda. There's our buddy boy. Another fast mover. Dum-dum-dum-dum. See if we can find anything else that's like decent size. Oh, here I go again, not looking at YouTube. Shazam, ba-bam, ba-blam. Oh, okay. Chat's still the same. Cool. Let's see here. Glad we didn't get any stuttering today. I think last stream we actually had some stuttering going on, but seemed to be a one-time thing. Man, last year, I think it was around November, I tried turning on like enhanced broadcasting on Streamlabs, and everything just went to shit, dude. Ooh, another tardigrade. Let's go. Gotta run back to work. Bye, team. No worries, Dan. Thanks for popping in, man. Have a great day at work. Or night. Speaking of dead, I checked on the dead Pleco, and the dairy cows have dragged it into the entrance of the cave. They moved it about 4 inches. Damn, dude. Dude, they're so funny, bro. Isopods are hilarious. When we put the little shrimps out for Pooch's rubber duckies, they always take them like underground. They always grab them and move them. So I try to like break them up and like pile it into like a little leaf. Enhanced broadcasting sucks. 10-4, dude. Never used. Anybody who streams in chat, please do not use enhanced broadcasting. Unless you have like fucking a direct upload to that underwater cable stream shit. that provides everyone internet and cable. Let me see here. Did my fucking shoutouts go through for these guys? Did not. So, if you like DJ streams and sick ass paintings, go ahead and follow Fungus Forager. Sick ass content, sick ass person, sick ass community. Throw a exclamation fart in chat for me. Sick ass, dude. Every time, every hour is a fart hour, dude. Sick ass or shit ass? Porque no los dos, dude. When I got a sick ass, I'm probably gonna have a shit ass. We shall skedaddle from here. Goes hand in hand. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna administer. Oh no! Oh no! You didn't see that. Hide your eyes. I think that was that the same one we found before? Or is that another dead one? R.I.P. little guy. Desk.
That mofo dead.
Aw. Poor little dude. Alright, I'm gonna squirt these dudes into the terrarium. Don't I have a beaker with water in it? Let me make sure this isn't alcohol first. Yeah. It's not. Taste test. Oh, hell yeah. Got that, what flavor is this? Oh yeah, cool blue. Thank you, Trick Tracks. I think for hangovers, cool blue is best. Pooch always requests Gatorades after our nights out. And cool blue, I think, hits the best after that. But if I'm sick, I think, oh, why is my webcam stuttery-ish? It's weird. So, no, this one's fine. Oh, I think it's because I'm using this one that the other webcam looks like it's stuttering. That's probably why. Where's the lid? Here it is. Shazam, ba-bam. Hug's gonna go late.
No, the lid. The lid. The lid.
Thank you, Brutus. I'm gonna go lay down for a bit. Got you tabbed. Hell yeah, dude. Thanks for passing by. Have a happy lurking session. Gatorade is almost completely absent from Europe. I think their formulas would not be legal here. Oh shit. Is it because of the dyes? I think a lot of dyes are also are also banned in Europe too, right? Let's see. I think that might be it. I think we can call it here. See if things switch back. Okay, cool. We're good. We're Gucci. Yeah, dyes and other additives. Gotcha, dude. Alright. I guess I'll just put this back up then. Drops it, it shatters completely. Just leave this there. Yeah, cool. And then get a shout out for the homie. At this point, I'd probably take Europe over the US. Let's see. Yeah, I'm spelling it correctly. Just want to make sure. Alright, also if you're not following 24 Thames, please do so immediately. Met him a while back, playing the Isle. But awesome content creator, awesome channel. Dude's super chill. Please check him out. Shoot him the follows. Shoot him all the love. Alright guys, we're gonna be wrapping it up. Thank you guys for coming through. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the gift subs. Thank you for the raids. You guys are awesome, fantastic, amazing people. I will be live again tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll keep you guys updated on when the outdoor stream will happen. It'll happen sometime this week, but I just got to figure it out. I'm trying to do it Friday, but I think something's coming up on Friday. So we'll let you guys know. But other than that, thank you guys. Hope you guys have a fantastic night and an even better day tomorrow. We're gonna raid out real quick, see who we can send chat over to. Oops. Here we go. Taking a peek, looking around. Who is in town? Round, down, down, dum, dum, dum. Let's see who's streaming in science right now. Oh wait, we're in animals. I forgot we're on the animal stream right now. The animal category. We'll just raise science. Oops. Can't go wrong with Balint. And he is streaming Resident Evil right now too. Science of the T virus. That works. That works. Oh, why is it not? Where's the raid option, dude? Oh, there it is. My window was too low. Okay. Brutus, have a good one. Clipped, take care. Trick Drax, Have a great one. Take it easy. Freshy, hope you have a good one. Fungi, hope you're lurking still. Have a good one. Everybody else, have a good one. We're gonna throw this in the chat before it starts. There we go. Okay. For non-raiders, for non-subs, this one. Fuck. There we go. All right, y'all. Thank you guys. Take care, homies.
I just dropped something. Baronofbile! Welcome the heck on in, Raiders. I dropped something.
Goo goo gaga.